ready?
So ready. I'm probably going to end up moving, so yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
Where's this hand going?
Right here.
Are we ready?
Are we ready?
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Flexi Filter Free. I'm Mallory.
I'm Asia.
And we're here for episode number 3. Did I say that already?
No.
Okay, episode number 3. Here we are. Shout out to Power and Light because this space is so dope. It's one of their community, essentially amenity spaces. Mm-hmm. In saying that, someone may or may not walk up here. And
if they do, they have to join the podcast.
Done.
We'll interview them.
That's perfect. Speaking of kind of interviewing people, one of my friends was just talking about dating apps and stuff. Have you ever been on one?
No. Well, I downloaded one.
Okay.
But I never used it.
Why did you download it then?
I downloaded Tinder because everyone was talking about the swipe left, swipe right,
yes.
and I never knew which direction was which.
Okay, yeah.
So I felt like I needed to
So
know.
instead of
I still don't
Googling
know.
it, you downloaded it.
Yeah, I wanted to see how it worked. I didn't want to set up a profile though because I don't want someone to think I really wanted to be on. Not that it's bad to be on there, but I was in a relationship, so.
Hey babe, I have Tinder.
Yeah, so I just wanted to see how it worked. And then the other one I downloaded Bumble, but I wanted Bumble Business.
Oh yeah.
And then once I started setting up
was
a profile,
that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
I got nervous that I was actually setting up a dating profile, and so I just deleted the whole thing because I didn't know what I was doing. So success on the dating apps.
Yeah, I've had, so the first time I downloaded Tinder, I only downloaded it to see if my boyfriend was on it. He definitely was. He was totally on it. I was like, hey, found you on Tinder.
Scandal.
Definitely a scandal. That's kind of that relationship in a nutshell. But that was the only I created a fake account. I didn't create an actual profile.
I like it. I like this. This
is
interesting. This is interesting.
And then I downloaded it because one of my friends was like, you should really try it. And I don't think it was Tinder. It was something else. But I never went on a date with somebody. It weirds me out to go on a date with a complete stranger based off of a picture and the cheesy profile that they write.
Yeah, and that's probably not, a lot of it's not true, or a lot of it is
and it's a bunch of dad jokes. It's just a lot of dad jokes. Yes. And I'm just so not into it. And I remember there was this one guy who messaged me, and it was something about the keys to his car were on his phone. He was bragging about this new car that he bought. And I was like, I literally don't know you. So douchey. Oh my God. It was so douchey. And I was like, delete. So I just, after he sent that message, I immediately deleted it because I already felt weird about it.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't last very long. I would probably either, people bother me anyways. Yes. So they would really bother me on there.
Right? It's just so annoying. And then I had a friend who recommended me to Coffee Meets Bagel. Is that a dating app?
I think so, only because I remember you mentioning it once, but I don't know if that's the proper name.
Yeah, I think that's what it was because it was supposed to be more casual.
Okay. Coffee date.
Casual in the way of, go to breakfast, not meet somebody at a bar and you're going home to have sex with them type of a thing. Yes. More of an adult type of a situation versus so casual wasn't the proper term, obviously. But
it still makes sense. There's just multiple casuals, I guess.
Yeah, it was definitely meant for somebody who's actually interested in getting to know you versus let's go home for a night type of a thing. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I downloaded it. I promised her. I was like, I will go on a date with one person from this because I never had actually given it a chance, and so many people were like, you should actually try it. So I downloaded it. I did not keep my promise. I'm really good at keeping promises. However, that one is just, it's not for me. Yeah. I also wish that the profiles, anybody who runs a dating app, I have a suggestion. I wish that there could be videos. Videos of the person being like, what's up? My name's Andrew. You know what I mean?
What's up? What's up, guys? Come and date me.
You know what I mean? But I cannot judge anything
No.
based off of a picture. Also, there are several people who I've gone on dates with who I've like met at the gym or whatever that I would not have picked on a dating app. You know what I mean?
Personality and like
It's a really big deal.
Yeah.
It changes everything. Like how somebody talks changes everything, like how they move, like all those things. I can't go off of a picture.
Yeah. It's interesting because I feel like you have such an outgoing personality that you could pretty much talk to anybody if you had to. But then like you would also assume that means you could probably go on a date with anybody that's on the app and like make conversation. But no, that's not the case.
0%. I do not want
like
to.
it.
Not an ounce of me wants to do that. Also, I don't think I would ever, I don't know which way is the right way to swipe. I would never like somebody's profile who I was like, he's really hot. Because I'm automatically like, he's full of himself, which is not a good judge of character at all. I'm judging the book by the cover.
But that's what dating apps are asking you to do.
And I can't. That's why
You're
I
like
cannot
literally,
do
like
it.
the cover, you're picking your like book cover, and then you're writing like the little excerpt that goes on the back of the book, and that's literally what you do. You judge a book by its actual cover, like.
Right, and I'm like, can I have like a
Ding,
30-second preview instead? Like, can you give me a video? And then I would be way more likely to know if I'm interested. I've even thought that about other friends' boyfriends. I'm like, I never really would have paired them together based off of their pictures. And then they'll post a video, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Cute together.
Yeah, that makes so much sense because I can see his personality now. You know what I mean?
I've heard of people doing like with COVID and everything, doing like Zoom dates.
Oh,
first,
yeah.
Or like just phone calls to chat. And I think that's a good idea. I probably wouldn't have thought of that, honestly. I would have been like, whoa, we just go on a date after this. But
yeah,
that would be nice because you can hang up on them.
For sure.
You never know. You might need to. Or you can make up many more excuses to get off of the phone or off of Zoom than you can to leave an actual date.
Yeah. I also feel like Kansas City is a little bit weird because Kansas City is obviously a city, but it's small. So you always like know somebody who knows somebody, and then they're like, oh, you run Flexi or whatever.
Yeah.
So in some way, shape, or form, it always is going to relate back to the business. I just like to be careful about all the things.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
I already was careful, but then add in like having a business where like we interact with people, we go to multiple networking events, like people kind of know us now. So that it makes things a little muddy too.
Yeah, it does. Have you ever found someone using your pictures or anything on a dating app or social media?
I haven't, but I've had friends who have.
Really?
Yeah, I have had friends who did that, and they were like, obviously they freaked out immediately, and I would too.
I mean, what is the plan there? I've been, someone hasn't used my picture, but someone I remember found a picture of me and another girl that was on, like we were friends back
so
a long
was the
time
profile
ago.
Supposed to be her?
It was her.
Okay.
But the person had sent this to my boyfriend at the time and was like, your girl's on Tinder.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, first of all, it was easy to work out with my boyfriend because that was not my name.
And you weren't on Tinder.
And I wasn't on Tinder. It was her name and her picture. But they were like, is it weird to use a picture of you and someone else? Because how does the person know who they're... I mean, we look very different. It's not like we're like twins, but...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where's the line of... And you know, people talk about that, like, using group photos. Like, which one are you?
Oh, totally. That was annoying to me, too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them you can have, like, 5 to 10 photos or whatever. And I was like, I literally don't know which one you are. And I don't have time to figure out which one you are. So automatically it's a no.
Yes. Especially if it's one of those, like, group shots of a bunch of guys that look the exact same. You're like, I can't pick you out of this photo or the one of two.
You're all wearing flannels and you all got your hair cut yesterday.
Same barber shop too.
And you're all at a bar that I will not name. But I'm thinking of a very specific bar, and I know that you know what I'm talking about.
I do. And if you know which bar is in the noggin, Go ahead and tell us what you think it is, because you're probably right.
I'm just going to say, like, the fratty situation is not my thing. It's some people's thing. It's not my thing at all.
Yeah.
So as soon as I sense fratty, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And that's a
fair.
lot.
That's understandable.
That's like 90% of dating apps.
Yeah. I always wonder, too, like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many people that use either certain photos of themselves or photos of other people, and I'm like, what's your plan?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Where
Why'd
do
you pick that one?
Yeah, and like, where do you go from that? Like, I meet you, I realize you're a different person than what you put online. Like, where are you hoping that the other person is just like, oh, never mind, it's cool. Like, you want to get by now wowing them with your personality,
Right.
or you just were never planning on meeting people in the first place? That's where I get lost.
I think the whole thing is like most of them are kind of just for one night stands. You know what I mean? So they're like,
yeah, but are you one night standing with a guy that you show up and they are different than the picture? Or are you like, you're weirding me out? Because why'd you use a different picture?
I mean, who knows? I've never gone on a date with any of them.
We should have included someone in this conversation that has like had experience, because now what I want to know some crazy dating app stories.
Yeah,
not like
so-
horror stories, like bad, but like I want to know some crazy ones.
Yeah.
Like, have
you
you
guys
been on
should
crazy
definitely
dates?
leave in the comments like your craziest dating app experience, because clearly we don't have any experience in that area that's beneficial, but we want to know. And I have so many friends with like really wild stories, and I'm like, holy shit, that happened.
Right.
Or like catfishy, kind of like you were
Yeah.
just saying, like it's a completely different, like they don't
Right.
even look like their picture.
Yeah.
Like why did you put that
Right.
on there?
Well, and then on the flip side too, you hear about people, and like I've met people that have gone on a date on Tinder or wherever and gotten married to the person.
Yeah.
So
that's
like,
true.
where are all those people? Because I feel like, or maybe they all got swooped up. Maybe they all married each other, and now all that's left on the apps are.
Bottom of the barrel.
I apologize for whoever she just offended. That's not what I was going for.
Here's the deal. I have a lot of friends on dating apps, so I'm truly not talking shit. Like I see the value in it. It's just not something I'm capable of doing, because I'm very much like an in-person. I want to experience your personality. I want to
Yeah.
understand who you are, not just like look at a picture of you and 4 of your friends at a wedding that you went to 7 years ago. Like I don't care that you're somebody's best man in a wedding. I just don't care. I don't care about any of it.
let me give you a scenario here, and let's see if you're interested.
Okay.
Let's say the first picture is just them.
Okay.
You know, they're very attractive. They're your type, but they're holding up a large bass.
Is left the no?
Are you interested? In the fish picture where they're
What's the second picture? Because usually there's
probably
like,
them in the boat before they caught the bass.
So
I don't
they're-
know.
so they
are you
really
getting
love
to the
to
second
fish.
picture.
it depends on how cute he is.
Okay, everything you're looking for, but holding a fish.
I'll see what the next picture. Like,
Okay,
I've been
okay.
fishing. I could go fishing. But if the second picture is him in a boat, then I know he like really likes fishing. See, this is why I can't do dating apps. But
Now, here's my argument,
Okay,
though.
okay.
A lot of people, or men, I mean, women I'm sure take pictures with fish too, but men in particular, I feel like a lot of those guys that are
There's a
holding
lot of
up the
fish.
fish.
There's a lot of fish.
They can't be fishermen. I mean, it's not like they're like out on the boat. I feel like they went on vacation, they caught a fish, and they posed with the fish.
Okay, there's like
Maybe they're proud of the fish.
I'm
so
gonna
maybe.
show you what I picture in my head when I'm swiping through on.
Should I
these
also
apps.
close my eyes, or should I keep my eyes open?
It depends. Do you want the full picture? Because you should close your eyes.
All right, eyes closed.
Okay. There's a lot of holding fish. There's a lot of posing with their dog. There's a lot of flannels.
I approve of the dog.
There's a lot of flannels.
Okay.
Hiking and weddings. And here's the deal. I'm fine with fishing. I'm fine with dogs. I'm fine with flannels, weddings, and hiking. But why is that the highlight of 99% of
together.
people's lives? Like, why is that?
Everyone's got the same thing, is what you're saying. There's no one using like unique photos, unique bios, unique anything. Like
It's
you
dad
want unique.
jokes, flannels, and fish.
Now maybe she's on the wrong dating app. And fish.
No.
And fish.
I've been on Tinder. I've seen Tinder. I was a fake profile, so I wasn't. Anyways, Tinder. I've experienced it. I've experienced the bagel one, and there was one other one. Maybe it was Bumble. Couldn't have been Bumble. It was something
There's
else.
one that like it connect, like you're supposed to only connect with friends of friends. Weren't you on that one or something? I don't know what it's
Maybe.
called, but I feel like it was like connected to Facebook, and you could only like connect with people that you had people in common with. I don't know what that was
Well,
called.
I don't
though.
even really like that. I don't like that necessarily. You know,
Dating
that's-
apps aren't for you.
No, it's not my thing.
I don't
Not
know
my
if
thing
they'd
at all.
be for me. I'm like a long-term relationshipper.
Yeah,
but
so
I don't
am I. I'm either
know.
like long-termy or just not at all. I'm either going to be
Yes.
single or I'm going to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they'd be for me because I'm unsure of how I even end up in relationships because I don't like talking to people.
Well, I introduced you to Matt.
A random person introduced me to my boyfriend, and I don't know the person anymore. Just kidding.
Just saying.
It was her fault. It's her fault that I'm dating him now.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I take
Sorry about
personal
that.
responsibility for you guys dating and for your legacy of children.
Legacy. We don't have children.
2 dogs.
Legacy of children. Huh. Okay. Sure.
Children
I'll
will
give it
happen.
to you.
But I definitely introduced you, and I definitely remember it being comical because I was like, Matt, I love Matt. He's a great guy. But we all met when we were drinking. And Matt drinking is different than Matt
class
at home.
clown.
He's a class clown, which is why I love him. And that's part of why we got along so well, because
Yeah.
I was like, you're really fun. And I told Asia, I specifically remember, I was like, this guy's a lot, but I think you'll like him. But really, Matt's like one of the most chill human beings on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
He's just an entertainer when he's around other people.
Yes, he
so,
is.
But that's
I
a
thought he was
good
annoying
combo.
at first. I definitely said, he's really cute, and I like the way he dresses. He's kind of annoying.
And I was like, wait it out. And then he like asked you to a concert through me.
Yes. And that after he had asked, or before he had asked me to the concert through you, which is a whole nother story, was the only time that I had actually been around him when it wasn't like out. I don't want to say when he was sober because that sounds like he's like an alcoholic.
Yeah,
he,
no,
he doesn't
definitely
drink
not.
that much, but it was just always in like group settings going out. And
Yeah.
that was the only time I had seen him not in that setting. And I was like, he's normal. He's not completely wild.
I kind of like him.
Yeah, and then he texted Mallory and asked if I would go to a concert with him, which I love giving him shit about.
I was grateful to be a part of that. So it's all
I
good.
thought we were all going to the concert, if I'm being honest.
Oh, you did?
I thought it was
That's
like a
funny.
group
That's the
thing,
first
and
time
then
I'm
you were
hearing
like,
this.
"No, just you." No, I asked you. I was like, "Are you
Oh.
going too?" And he was like, "No, just." You said, "No, just you guys." And I was like, "Why did he text you?"
What concert was that again?
Luke Bryan.
Yeah.
Which is what we were
2017?
listening to the night before.
Oh, yeah.
And then they
yeah.
yeah, 17,
Uh-huh.
18, 19.
2021. Yeah. Almost 4 years.
Time flies when you're in love. I hope some hearts fly out when I say that.
I don't know how to do that. I'll try and figure it out.
It's gonna happen.
Okay, but like the country concert. So speaking of concerts and freaking pandemic and all of those things, like, are those ever gonna come back? Because like hot country
Right.
nights, all those things.
Yeah. I feel like there have been some small things going on. I don't know, but like Kenny Chesney was supposed to come and they already postponed it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so hi everyone. Enjoy my face. Beep.
We back.
Yeah, I know our concert's gonna come back. Cause like what do you do on a date now?
It's a good question.
Concerts were always a good one.
I mean, there are still like some bars and stuff open, and things are opening back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like good stuff, like unique stuff.
Yeah.
You could go fishing. You could go on a hike with your dogs and your flannels.
You could.
Guys, I like all of those things. It's just I don't know why everybody, that's the highlight of their life.
You really do. You like the outdoors. You'll wear a good flannel.
I have flannels.
You love to hike.
I like dogs.
She's got hiking boots.
I do. I have boots made for hiking.
I would wear some ill-fit tennis shoes to go hiking in, but she's got boots. So, yeah, you like the things. It's just,
I don't know.
interesting.
There's also a lot of like Chiefs football pictures, like people going to games and stuff, which I respect because I think I did that too. So I guess what I'm saying is all the people on dating apps sound fun. Like I could go do those things with them. I just don't ever see the things that like stand out, because it just seems repetitive, even though those things are all great. And I apologize for the bottom of the barrel comment.
She didn't mean it.
I have so many friends on dating apps. That's truly not how I feel about it. I'm just like, I don't know how to find the person
For you.
for me. You know what I mean? I don't know how to do that on a dating app.
Yeah. It doesn't stand out. They aren't standing out.
Right.
There's too many to choose from.
Too many to choose from. I don't have enough
they blend
time
together.
to like go through. I don't have time. I don't have patience to like swipe through
Right or left.
right or left.
I
And
don't know which one
then
does which.
and then to potentially go on a date with somebody who doesn't even look like their picture, or to go on a date with
Right.
somebody who just wants to take you home and isn't actually interested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just the
Yes.
time put into like picking the person. It's what happens after that. So I'd rather just like be at the store, be at the gym, or like be somewhere and meet somebody.
Meet someone in person.
Yeah, so I'm not wasting my time on the other things. You know?
Yeah. I feel like that's just kind of like
Efficiency.
you. Like you're just more organic. Like
Yeah.
you could, not organic like you eat granola or whatever, but like you could just, you go with the flow. You could meet someone out and talk to them all night, but you're not going to like sit down and be like, okay, time to date.
Right.
Like it takes a lot more like planning, and then you have to plan the day.
Yeah.
and blah, blah,
Maybe
blah,
that's
blah.
it. Maybe that's it. Is I'm
Yeah.
like not a planner. I
Yeah.
cannot put effort into those things. I just
Yeah.
am incapable of it.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow.
In saying that, if you know of really good dating apps, let us know in the comments. That way we can highlight them for other people, because we obviously want people use them and they're there for a reason. So
Yes.
if you found one that you love, let us know so we can tell other people and they can get on that and hopefully find love too.
Yes. Also, just decided if you guys share some crazy or fun dating app stories with us, we'll do another episode and we'll read them without
Ooh,
your
yeah,
name.
yeah.
They'll be anonymous. They'll be anonymous.
Why you gotta be anonymous? Isn't that a song?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking, why you gotta be so rude? That's all I got. Anyways, we will read them anonymously, and we'll keep all names and details private. But we would love to hear your stories, even if it's a story about how you got married, or how it's
Yeah,
the
the
best
happy
person
stories
you've ever
too.
met, or maybe you're still friends with someone. I don't know. I'm just genuinely
Or
interested.
what if somebody went on a date with somebody and then their friend ended up marrying him? They're like, you're not good for me, but like, you totally should date my friend.
That reminds me of. This is so random.
excited.
This reminds me, okay, on Impractical Jokers, which is the show I talk about all the time because I love it so much. They are in this like bridal salon or whatever. Is that what it's called?
I guess.
Whatever. People are trying on their wedding dresses, and the bride is like
Not a
trying
salon.
on her wedding dress.
Yeah.
And then she's there with the best maid.
Maid of honor.
Maid of honor. I've
We
clearly gotten
we
married.
haven't eaten very much today,
haven't.
and we're tired.
But the maid of honor is like, oh no, she's not the maid of honor. She's there. She's her best friend, but not the maid of honor. And the Impractical Joker, I think it was Joe, was like, brought it up. And she was like, oh no, I didn't make the cut to be maid of honor. And then it was like
Oops.
automatic drama. And then she's like, yeah, and she's marrying my ex-boyfriend.
Bruh. Okay, but like, okay.
What?
But what's kind of weird is I could see myself in that situation. Like if I date, I know this is so weird. I'm a weird.
Nah.
I'm weird, you guys. If I dated somebody and it's like legit over, I really don't care who else they date. I mean, as long as it didn't end like super
Yeah.
crazy. Like if it just ended and we're like, okay, we tried, but you
I
know.
suppose.
I totally
just
don't.
think that for the rest of your life is just a slightly awkward situation. You know what I mean? Like I understand it could be not, but it could be just like I'm friends with this person. Like, oh, we're going to dinner with the couple that I used to also date. That's weird.
Yeah.
Is that weird? That's
so
weird.
then at that point, do you just not do date nights with them? You just like go hang out with your friend without your husband?
I don't
because
know.
you think it's
Maybe.
Yeah.
But that's weird, though. I feel like then you're not getting the whole friend, you know, because that person's so much a part of them. But anyways, I thought that was super weird. I was
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely weird,
Crickets.
especially if they're super close. Because
Yeah.
obviously she said best friends. But I'm
Yeah.
interested to know why she didn't make the cut for maid of honor. Do you think it's because?
Should go back and rewatch the episode.
Okay, I'm excited.
I mean, it has to. I mean, maybe she had like a sister or something.
That's what I was
don't
gonna
know, but
say.
That's super awkward.
Yeah, it's so awkward.
Super awkward.
Anyways, we are super excited to hear all of your dating app stories, as well as see your recommendations for which apps you think are best for which scenario, whether or not it be a one-night stand that you're seeking, or if you're looking for more of a relationship, like which apps
Yeah.
are best for which scenario,
Yeah.
because everyone's got needs.
Yeah. What are you doing? What's going on?
Keep
Where
us
is
in the
it
loop,
at?
because we're not the cool kids, apparently.
Not cool anymore.
Thanks for joining us for the third episode of Flexi Filter Free, and we will see you next week. Dun, dun, dun.